From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Wednesday. It's the 28th of January, 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
Pat, where are we?
We are in the courthouse.
With a Christmas tree?
With a Christmas tree.
So the Christmas tree is still up from the Christmas
are.
holidays, and we'll be up a couple more days anyway. In fact, you may recall the courthouse was closed Monday and Tuesday of this week. Today they're back to work, and I hope you had a nice holiday, Christmas holiday, and Hanukkah as well. There you go, right?
Yes.
Outstanding. Well, let's see. There's a couple of things today. Today we will hear from our guest today will be Vicki Darden and friends from the Mount Olive area. They're going to talk about a special program that they're going to be putting on after the Christmas holidays. And Reverend Bob Fulkerson will be with us as well today. He'll be talking about a program also taking place, I believe it's on January 5th, I believe. Anyway, he's going to tell us all about that in a few minutes, okay? All right, so what's going on there, lady?
What's going on,
What's going on? Trees are going on, and they have been for a long time. Coming up on January 17th at University of Mount Olive in Southern Bank Auditorium in Raper Hall, is going to be a program offered by the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service about growing fruit trees, successfully growing fruit trees, in fact. This is on January 17th. That's a Tuesday evening from 6 until 8 p.m. Many people have fruit trees in their backyards and in their landscapes, yet they have a lot of questions about how to take care of them. And the workshop will cover all of that, including planting, harvesting, variety selection, site preparation, fertilization, and more. So you can register by calling the Cooperative Extension Office and do that right away. 731-1520, 919-731-1520. And for accommodations for persons with disabilities, you can call the same number, 731-1520, no later than 5 business days before the event, which is on January 17th. Now, the workshop will be presented by Dr. Mike Parker. He is with the North Carolina State University as Extension Tree Fruit Specialist. And the workshop will be consisting of presentation, question and answers, and handouts for participants. Sponsored by the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Horticulture Agents. And there are 3 in this area. That would be in Duplin County, Tom Rosa. In Sampson County, Brad Hardison. And our very own Jessica Strickland here in Wayne County. It's also sponsored by the University of Mount Olive, Lois G. Britt Agribusiness Center. Coming up again on January 17th, successfully growing fruit trees.
Is that a free event?
That is a free event. Didn't I say that? It didn't say that, did it?
It didn't say that.
It didn't say that, but it's a free event. It's a free event. Unless, well, yeah, it's a free event. Okay. Oh, we have a toy drive coming up, sponsored by the Widow and Widowers Group. You're going to hear about this a little later on this morning. And this is on January 8th at 2 o'clock at the train depot in Mount Olive, January 8th. 2 p.m., Train Depot, Mount Olive, and they're taking clothing, food items, new and used toys. You could drop off with Vicki Darden prior to January 8th. And let me give you her phone number. Her phone number is 919-658-3961, 658-3961, and she will tell you what you got to do to drop off food items prior to January 8th if you can't make that date. January 8th at 2 o'clock at the Train Depot in Mount Olive is where you'll find that.
That's a perfect time when you're cleaning out your old Christmas toys. You can take them.
That's right. That's a very good thought. I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, this is after the holidays, and you got old toys and things that are replaced.
That's right.
So that's a good idea. And it's not just toys, it's other things as well. I mean, they're talking clothing, food items, non-perishable foods, please. you know, canned goods and things in boxes and that sort of thing. Okay, what's going on at is this the Paramount? I think this is, no, this is from the Chamber of Commerce of Wayne County, right? And this is from the Arts Council. Do we have anything on the Arts Council thing here? What do we have?
What is that?
It's from the Arts Council. Arts Council of Wayne County, Art Beat.
Let me read it before I talk about it.
Read over. And let me, while you're doing that, Southeastern Medical Oncology Center has been dedicated to serving patients across North Carolina for over 25 years. We know this. Striving to give compassionate care in a comfortable familial setting. And SMOC is happy to announce the expansion of their Goldsboro Chemotherapy Department. That department's going to have its current yet updated chemotherapy area with the addition of an infusion area for non-chemotherapy related treatment. Patients and family will also have new waiting room that is joined to the chemotherapy infusion department that will also hold the in-house pharmacy. That's all according to Lee Parrish, the Southeastern Cancer Coordinator. That's coming up on January 4th. That's next week. Next Wednesday at the Southeastern Medical Oncology Center, which is on Cox Boulevard. If you don't know where Cox Boulevard is, it runs immediately off Wayne Memorial Drive. If you're going toward the hospital, you go just past the hospital and then hang a right on Cox Boulevard and go to the very end. It's on the left. Southeastern Medical Oncology, it starts at 9 a.m. next week, next Wednesday, January 4th at SMOC. Okay? What do you have?
Okay, the Arts Council is doing a mobile calls campaign, and you can simply text the keywords arts, A-R-T-S.
Arts.
Yes.
Okay.
To 41444.
Okay.
And you receive a link to the donation page. And once you're on the page, you can select to set a donation for a single donation or a reoccurring donation. And it is to support the many wonderful programs that contribute to the culture, education, and economy of Wayne County.
Excellent. That's 41444. Text the word
Arts.
arts. A-R-T-S.
That's right.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I got an idea. Let's go to our next interview. We're going to go, okay?
Okay.
We're going to go to our next interview. That's up next on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we welcome to the studio, we want to welcome Vicki Darden, Brenda McNair, and Alma Darden, and the ladies are with an organization called New Beginnings, and New Beginnings is part of the Widow and Widowers organization out of Mount Olive, right?
Right.
Well, we'll just say you're out of Wayne County because it's everybody, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So I understand you got a special program running around the end of the year. What's going on?
Oh, we're doing a toy drive for the children, because we know some don't get nothing for Christmas.
That's true.
And we're trying to do a toy drive. We're trying to do food and clothes. So we're trying to help the community.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we like doing things for people, but we need help too.
Well, yes,
But
you do.
we got to reach out for someone else in order to get help.
Right.
So we try to help the children mostly,
Mm-hmm.
and help the elderly.
Well, Brenda, when is this going to be taking place? When are you going to be doing this?
It's January the 6th.
January 6th, the 12th day of Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Alma, how do you plan on organizing this? How's this going to be done?
Well, we go around and we go in different places and we ask for donations or whatever they can supply to help us. And we're working with it, so we're busy, and we just asking everybody that can that will take a part and help us out, and we will appreciate it.
Okay, and so Vicki, you need help in gathering the toys and the goods and the clothing and that sort of thing. So where are you going to be getting these materials?
We get them from whoever call me, and then once they call me, I tell them that they can bring it to my house,
Mm-hmm.
or either I can come and pick it up. some of the widows are really helping too.
Well, that's
because
wonderful.
I had a lady call me yesterday, and she had some canned goods, and she said she knew she couldn't eat all of it, so she called me and told me to come and pick some of it up.
Well, nice.
But I got there, and she was telling me about her grandson. This lady, she's a widow, but she hadn't joined yet, but she said she is. And my heart went out to her because her grandson, she said, didn't have no arms. She had to do everything for him. I think she said he didn't have no legs.
My goodness.
And my mind started working then, you know, because it's something I want to do for her, you know, to help her with this baby. That's where our heart is. You know, we try to reach out to the ones that really need help.
So this lady was willing to help you when at the same time she was needing her help
needed
herself.
help.
So how are you going to determine who will get the foods and the clothing? How will that be decided?
Well,
Come on over.
Last year what we did, we just opened it up to the community. And we
Okay.
didn't know who didn't get nothing.
Mhm.
But when the children got in there,
It wasn't hard to figure out, was it?
no.
Hey there.
Good morning.
What is your name?
I'm an Apostle Edna Pride. I am a widow with Vicki Darden and the other widows.
Well, Ms. Pride, I appreciate you coming in and talking with us.
I appreciate you having me here this morning.
And this is a great program. First of all, New Beginnings is a wonderful program for widows and widowers. This is your first time with us?
My second time.
Second time.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
And this is a great program, the After Christmas, to help the youngsters and those who need help, because not everybody's going to have a good Christmas. We all think about the children at Christmas time
Yes.
and how gleeful they are at this time of year, and they're expecting maybe Santa Claus to bring a gift to kind of brighten their day and make Christmas special for them,
Right.
along with understanding why we celebrate Christmas.
Right.
So and we were asking people. Now we are asking people for help, aren't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
really?
why we're here.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, how would somebody help with this? How do they get in touch? If somebody has a whole boatload of toys and clothing that they can help, how would they get in touch with you?
They can call me, and I drive my truck. Pastor Enterprise, she got a truck, and whoever got a truck, we'll come and get it.
You gonna fill that truck up, right?
Yes.
Sir.
Overflow.
Overflow.
Yes.
All right.
And also, we have the flyer that we've been putting out the different places where it has the information that they would need to get in touch with Vicki or the other widows.
Right.
So we got flyers everywhere,
Okay.
so that they would know to where to go and.
Okay. Now this is going to be on January 8th
Yeah.
January the 8th.
at 2 p.m. at the
Yes.
train depot in Mount Olive.
Yes.
And the children already know about this, right? They know to come to the train depot,
Yes.
and you're helping elderly folks as well, as I understand.
Yes.
Yes.
So we need toys, we need children's clothing, we need clothing for the elderly.
And
Toys,
food.
food, clothes.
And food, yes, of course.
Yes.
All right, this would be, of course, non-perishable items.
Yes.
Things that are not going to spoil. We're looking for
Right.
canned goods,
Yes.
that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay. And it starts at 2 o'clock,
Yes.
Yes.
and the children are going to be jumping up and down.
Oh, yes.
Very excited.
Now, you
This-
did this last year,
Yes, this is our third year.
third year.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And next year I'm looking to do something kind of different. What I want to do is try to get up with the motorcycle club
Uh-huh.
or the car club.
Right.
Maybe they can bring some toys in.
Well, that would be nice.
I'm gonna have to start a little early on that. So maybe we can do something a little different than what we are doing, because they're coming in a little slow, the toys and everything. So we want the people to get on board with us and help us out.
Well, I wish you the very best. And again, the information to contact contact information is on the flyer. But let me know one more time how we're going to do this.
I'd like to say one more time. We're asking the men's that helps us. Well, we have Martin. He helps us cook. I don't know his last name, but Glenn Darden, and we have the Charles Carnegie. Now he's our photographer.
Right.
And we have James Darden and Freddie Darden. They all helps us out. They are not widowers, but they helps us. We're so glad to have them. We just want to make mention of them.
Well, that's very nice. And
Yes.
again, your organization, although it's widows and widowers,
Right.
you need help otherwise from others as well.
yeah.
And
Yes,
anybody
sir.
who'd be willing to volunteer time, you'd be willing to talk to them, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And we want to thank First United Methodist Church too in my office.
Yes.
They awesome. Thank
Yeah.
God for them. They let us have different programs there, and we just thank God for them helping us out. We need more churches to help us, not to sit back and assume. Cause a lot of people's assuming that we're doing fine, but they just don't know what's going on behind that closed door. So I try to. My mom always told me, and my aunt, keep your head up and keep it going.
Mighty good advice.
Yes.
Keep your head up and keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies, I appreciate you coming in. And this, at the time this video was made, today, Christmas is only a few days away.
Oh, yes.
So I'll take this moment to wish you a very Merry Christmas and wish you the best and good luck with the toy drive.
Yes, sir.
Clothing and food and toys. And again, that's on the 8th of January at 2 p.m.
Yes.
at Mount Olive Train Depot.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Before we close, I would like to thank Mr. Wayne Allen for helping us out.
Well, you're quite welcome.
Let me give you a
Whenever
shout
I
out to
call
you.
him, he always right there, and he'll say, "Well, whenever you want to come." So we thank God for you too, and
Well, I
Merry,
appreciate
Merry
that.
Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Christmas.
Ladies.
We'll
Merry
give a
Christmas
shout
to
out
you.
to you.
Well, yeah, woo! All right. Yeah, go, girl.
All right, now.
Thank you
Thank
very
God
much,
for
ladies.
you.
Thank you.
You.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. And a quick reminder, this program airs every morning at 7 a.m. on Channel 10, Time Warner Cable, but also on Channel 99, UVerse, AT&T UVerse. Okay? 7 a.m., and then the show repeats at noon, then the show repeats again at 5:30 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. Now, let's see. I had a thing. Oh, yes. Here it is. Here it is right here. It's going to be another ribbon cutting here. Awards Gallery is having a ribbon cutting. They're on Spence Avenue, 409 North Spence Avenue in the Cobblestone Place Shopping Center. You know where that is, across from the car wash, right? Cobblestone Place Shopping Center Awards Gallery now operating in a new location at 409 North Spence Avenue, proudly offering quality awards, engraving, trophies, and gifts. Business hours Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30, and the ribbon cutting will be on Tuesday, January 3rd, next Tuesday, January 3rd at 4 p.m. That's 4 p.m. That's January 3rd. Next Tuesday. All right, that's the word from Karen Sullivan, who's the owner out there. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, we've got a couple of things for you here, like what's special about today.
What is special, Wayne?
I am glad you asked. What's special about today? Let's see, we got the 28th. Today's the 28th. Today is Endangered Species Act Day. Now, I don't know what kind of act they perform, but the Endangered Species Act would be something to see, I would imagine. I don't know whether it be juggling or tap dancing, but it's an Endangered Species Act Day. Today's also National Chocolate Day. It's one of my favorite days. In fact, today and tomorrow, the 28th and 29th of December are National Chocolate Day.
How can that be 2 days?
It's worth 2 days. Don't you think it's worth 2 days? Chocolate's worth a week. But they didn't want to put it out there for the whole week because people would just eat too much chocolate. But you can anyway if you want to. I mean, I will. Excuse me. And today is National Pledge of Allegiance Day. Pledge of Allegiance Day. There you go. All right, and I think most Americans know the pledge. If you don't know the Pledge of Allegiance, it means you're pledging your allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. You should know that. Time for our trivia question for today, and our trivia question category is the USSR, which was itself actually dissolved several years ago, and now it's just plain old Russia. But the U.S. Soviet Union is the category. In 1991, the Russian city of Leningrad, which was named for Vladimir Lenin, changed its name back to its original name. What was the original name of Leningrad? And here's a clue.
Oh, you got a clue?
I've got a clue.
I can't believe it.
It is the same name as a major American city. It's the same name as a major American city. Back in 1991, the Russian city of Leningrad was given its original name back. What was the original name of Leningrad in the Soviet Union? That's our trivia question. We'll have an answer for you in the next segment of the program. Now let's go to our next interview on Wayne Goldsboro Television.
Today we're joined by Reverend Bob Fulkerson of Madison Avenue Baptist Church. Sir.
Right, good to see you.
Bob, always good to see you. I appreciate you coming by.
Thank you for having me.
And you're here to tell us about a special program that's going to be coming up at the church on January 10th.
Yes, sir.
Something called ICU.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
ICU. You know what the ICU is, the hospital. I know that Colin Monroe and the folks at the hospital would probably be upset with me saying this, but the ICU is a place where people who are very ill go for specific help by those who are trained.
Right.
And what we're doing on the 10th is to provide a program that meets the needs of people who are going through times of crisis. And it also plays, it's a play on words, from Matthew 25:39, and a really stretch. The biblical scholars will probably be upset with me for doing this, but in those passages, the disciples say, "And when did we see you?" And so I just changed the personal pronoun to a singular. When did I see? That's S-E-E-U, Y-O-U. And the call is for Jesus, from Him, for each disciple, is that we see the people around us. It's interesting, the 25th chapter of Matthew is one of the last commands that Jesus gives us. And it's interesting, He says, make a difference in the world. And that's what this program is intended to do, to make a difference in the needs of people who are struggling, people who are going through crisis. And so what we tried to do is we tried to come up with a team of people that I believe are experts in the areas that we're trying to address, 6 areas of needs that we see people having day to day, every day in their lives.
So how are you going to do this, and who are these people that you have gathered together?
Well, we have again 6 people. Brian Taylor is coming to deal with us on ministering to those people, individuals whose family members are grieving from the loss of a loved one. And go ahead, please.
No, go ahead.
And Brian, I've been here in Goldsboro for 9 years, and we have many, many good folks that work in those areas. But I just asked Brian because I know he has his finger on that pulse of the needs of those people. And so Brian will share with us on what's going on in the lives of individuals who are dealing with the loss of a loved one. Then we have Major Tony King, who's a chaplain at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, who will come and help us try to better understand how we minister to the needs of people, families specifically in the Air Force. A husband has just been deployed to Afghanistan and has left a wife and 3 children behind. What can we do to make a difference in that situation?
That's got to be tough. Really got to be tough.
I can't, not having been in the military, I cannot begin to understand the pain that our military families go through, but I know it's a difficulty. And so how do we reach out to those people? Beth Brown is from Kitty Askins, and Beth will help us with dealing with folks who are in the hospice program. And we know what a blessing. I just went over there just yesterday and saw that they've gotten the acute area open again and are working on the long-term area. What a tremendous asset that program is for our community. But if I'm going to visit someone who is in Kitty Askins, what do I do when I get there? What should I say? What shouldn't I say?
Yeah. Because you know what it is, and you know why they're there.
Yes.
And that's got to be an uncomfortable feeling for
And
someone.
so Beth will help us with those questions that we have
That's
on,
good.
on what to do. We have a new program this year that we're doing that we didn't do in 2013 when we did this. We did this back in 2013, and we had 4 different sessions that we did then. We have 6 this time, but we have Corporal Charles Faison from the Sheriff's Department, who's going to help us with what does it mean for us to visit in the jail if you have someone who's incarcerated. To tell you the truth, as a pastor, having been here for 9 years, I've never visited anyone in the jail, and so it's a different experience for me, and I don't know what to do. Charles will help us understand these are the steps that you can take, or if you or your church is interested in helping to assist the Sheriff's Department, and they have a terrific program of ministry that they have done over the years. But if you'd like to be a part of that, what you need to do to become a part of that program.
I find that really interesting, since you are the pastor of the Goldsboro Police Department.
Yes.
That you have never visited the jail.
No, never have.
We've never had reason to, I guess.
No, never have. No, sir.
How about that?
And so those are 4. Let me be sure I get them all, Wayne. You've got them in front of you.
I do.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, he'll get me for doing
don't
this.
forget Colin Monroe.
Colin Monroe would get me if I didn't mention him. And Colin helped us. He helped us in 2013 when we did this. And I don't know. He's you talk about somebody who is hands-on and really knows what the needs are with people visiting at the hospital. Colin will come and he'll help us understand. He has a do's and don'ts list of things to do, and it's interesting. I'm going to steal some of Colin's thunder, but he likes to start off with the negative things and end up with the positive things because he says he sees so often the mistakes that we make when we try to come and do something for someone in the hospital, and actually may have the possibility of doing more damage than good.
Right.
And so we try to avoid those things. Wayne, did I get them all? Is that,
I think
is that
you
the
did.
5 of them? I
Let me
want to be
cover
sure
one
I
more
got
time.
those.
That's Brian Taylor from Seymour Funeral Home, Chaplain Tony King from Seymour Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Beth Brown from the 3HC.
Yes, sir.
Home Health and Hospice. Corporal Charles Faison, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department, and Reverend Colin Monroe from Wayne Memorial Hospital.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's on January 10th at Madison Avenue Baptist Church.
Yes, sir.
6:30.
6:30. Now, let me tell you about that real quickly, Wayne. What happens there is the program begins, the first class begins at 6:30.
Okay.
There are no cookies. There are no punch. There's no sermon from me. There'll be nothing that happens before or after our classes. So the first class begins at 6:30. It lasts until 5 until 7. People have a chance to go from that class to the next class, which begins promptly at 7 o'clock. That class goes to 7:25. The next class starts at 7:30 and goes until 8 o'clock. So the idea is we have people coming from Wayne County, all over Wayne County, people coming from Lenoir County. If they need to get back home, they can get back home before midnight. And so that's how the process begins there with the timing. If you'll notice, if you think about that, we have 3 classes that you can take. One at 6:30, one at 7, one at 7:30.
Got it.
We have 5 classes that you can go to. That means that you can't do them all. So what you need to do is you need to bring some more folks from your church or whatever organization you're in that is interested in helping in these areas, and be sure that you cover all the bases. The booklet that I gave you, this booklet right here, will be something that we'll give each attendee. And they'll be able to carry this home, and hopefully it'll be a resource for them so they can look at it if they need to know what they're supposed to do in a given situation.
So can anyone call if they have questions?
If they have questions, call the church office. That's Madison Avenue Baptist Church, 919-734-3761.
All right, January 10th at 6:30 p.m., Madison Avenue Baptist Church, which happens to be on Madison Avenue.
All right. It's a good thing.
Right, Reverend Robert Fulkerson. Bob, thank you so much
Wayne,
for being
thank
here.
you very much for
brother.
having me.
Thank you, sir. We are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thanks for being with us. A quick reminder that January 5th, which is next Thursday, Dancing Stars of Wayne County gets underway, right? Tickets are still on sale. This will be happening at the Paramount Theater. You can vote once you have your tickets. Well, you can vote without the tickets. Tickets are $75, and that includes 10 votes. It'll give you, I'm sorry, 5 votes. It'll give you 5 votes. They're $10 apiece. Each vote is $10. So if you buy a $75 ticket, that'll entitle you to 5 votes. All right, if you just want to go ahead and vote now, you can do that right now online at goldsboroparamount.com and vote for Dancing Stars of Wayne County. Make your selection and vote. It costs you $10 per vote. If you have any questions about that, you can call Laura Landers at the Chamber of Commerce of Wayne County, and she's at 919-734-2241. 734-2241. 2241, okay. And the annual banquet, Goldsboro Event Center. They're going to have their big banquet coming up here. Tell us about that right there at the bottom.
Join us for the largest event of the year on January the 26th. The Chamber's annual banquet provides an overview of the Chamber's accomplishments during the previous year and includes the ceremonial induction of the 2017 Chairman of the Board to its membership and the community.
Is that all?
That's it.
You want to read it again?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Looky here. FEMA sent notice in, and they say the holiday season, which we're still in the holiday season, is a time for cheer and giving to others. If you've been wondering what you can do, you can check with your family, your friends, and your neighbors about who may have damage from Hurricane Matthew and ask if they have registered with FEMA. If they've had damage, you should register with FEMA, or they should. Registration deadline's coming up. That will be Monday, January 9th. That's the deadline to register with FEMA. January 9th, Monday, a week from this coming. So let your friends, neighbors, and family know that registration is easy. You call 1-800, or you don't even dial 1 anymore, do you?
Yeah.
Do you dial 1? Okay.
I'm afraid
Anyway.
you do, Wayne.
Okay, dial 1-800-621-3362. 800-621-3362. That's FEMA's number. Or actually, that's FEMA's is spelled out, 1-800-621-FEMA. All right, we have coming up next Sunday, this coming Sunday rather, is New Year's Day. And that means the county's going to be closed. What day?
They will be closed on Monday, January the 2nd.
January the 2nd. January 2nd will be closed. The county offices will be closed. The library will be closed. The senior center will be closed. The landfill will be closed. The convenience sites will be closed. And I believe that's about it. That covers most of it anyway. Anyway, that's pretty much the course there. New Year's Day, Happy New Year's. And if you party, please party responsibly. And do not drink and drive, because they're out there and they'll get you. And if they get you, you lose your license. Boom. It's not worth it. Yeah, that's right. It's not worth it.
And then on Tuesday is the Wayne County Board of Commissioners meeting.
That will be on January 3rd. It will be the Wayne County Board of Commissioners meeting with Chairman Bill Pate and Vice Chairman Joe Gurley, and then the other 5. Holding their meeting in the commissioner's meeting room on the 4th floor of the Wayne County Courthouse, and that will begin at 8 o'clock with a briefing, and 9 o'clock the meeting itself will begin. And then on January 16th, which is 2 weeks later, January 16th is the City of Goldsboro and the County of Wayne formally inviting everyone to the 29th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Luncheon. That will be held at the Goldsboro-Raleigh District Assembly at 214 West Hooks River Road in Goldsboro. West Hooks River Road, Goldsboro-Raleigh District Assembly. Cost is $15. RSVP no later than the 9th of January. And you can call, if you have any questions, call the Community Relations Department, ask Shy Cole. Any questions you might have about this, and she is at 919-580-4359. 580-4359. Okay, there we go. And I believe that's just about going to wrap it up.
That's it.
That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay, here's the answer to our trivia question for today. The Soviet Union, back in 1991, had a city named Leningrad, and they changed the name of Leningrad back to its original name. which happens to be the same name of a popular American city. The same name. Can you imagine? The USSR in 1991 changed the name of Leningrad back to St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg. That was the original name of Leningrad. And that's our program for today. We're going to do this again bright and early tomorrow, tomorrow being Thursday. Hope you're able to join us. I guess we're done. Okay, until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.